Just a matter of days ago, Ferrari had given Leclerc a 5-year deal. Sainz had asked for 2 years, but Ferrari will only offer him 1. Turns out that Ferrari were never interested in him. Their prime target has always been Lewis Hamilton. Since Ferrari has now landed their main target, where will Sainz go? The transfer of Hamilton shook the entire F1 world. One key thing that we observed with the Hamilton move is that everyone is a Ferrari fan. But Sainz is also preparing to cause a shakeup of his own. As at the time of this report, 3 teams are jostling for his signature. If he wasn't taking his suitors seriously before, he sure is now. The Spaniard will embark on his 10th F1 season, and the question on everyone's lips is, when will he finally show his potential? Around the grid, he has been known as the spoiled child due to his affluent upbringing. He has always lived in the shadow of his father, Carlos Sainz Sr. His father won 2 World Rally Car Championships, and at 61, he won his 4th Dakar Rally with Audi. His father must now use his influence at Audi to help his son. Ferrari's reluctance to tie the Spaniard to a long-term contract had earlier triggered 2 other teams into making inquiries about his availability. But with Hamilton kicking him out of Ferrari, a bidding war for Sainz is on the horizon. However, the problem that the Hamilton transfer has created for Sainz is that Audi is no longer a viable option. If he wants to wait for Audi, he will be without a seat for 2025. On today's episode, we will tell you all about Sainz's latest offer from Red Bull. You will also learn about his strained relationship with Verstappen. We will consider if he can fill the shoes of Alonso. But things gets even more complicated. Sauber, which will morph to Audi in 2026, has made up their mind. They do not want to keep both Joe and Bottas. Sainz has now emerged prime candidate for the team. Hit the subscribe button to support the channel. Welcome to Front Lockout. Carlos Sainz's future in Formula One might be taking an unexpected turn. Red Bull and Aston Martin are interested in hiring him. This news comes at a crucial time in Sainz's career, highlighting his value in the market. Red Bull sees him as a potential replacement for Perez. However, the problem with Red Bull is always going to be Max Verstappen. Accepting to join Red Bull is like a career suicide. You have decided to always play second fiddle. Sainz is all too aware of this, having started his career at exactly the same time as Max Verstappen at Toro Rosso. Helmut Marko still has a fresh memory of the issues both drivers had as teammates back in 2015. When Marko was asked by Spanish publication Marca why Sainz's Red Bull career ended, he said, "The atmosphere between those two was toxic at Toro Rosso. With the team composition as it was then, I saw no way we could keep Carlos for us. So that's how he ended up at Ferrari via Renault and McLaren." Sainz has always been viewed as the spoilt rich kid on the grid. His father was a successful rally car driver, and Sainz grew up in money. This label has led a lot of people to doubt his hunger for success. However, it was not his fault that his father had a lot of money. Sainz is a skilled driver, and Marko admitted that he was already faster than Vettel at his first F1 test at Silverstone. In the junior categories, he was already dead fast, and in his first F1 test at Silverstone, from the start, he was just a bit faster than Sebastian Vettel in the fast corners at the time when Seb was the benchmark for us. But whether both Sainz and Max would have outgrown their teenage differences to work together is yet to be seen. And this ushers us into the next possible destination for Sainz. Aston Martin has thrown its hat in the ring, making Carlos Sainz a priority target. We all know that Lance Stroll could never be out of an F1 seat, which means that Fernando Alonso looks like who would be fired. At 42 years old, Fernando Alonso must sure understand that it must come to an end sometime soon. Lawrence Stroll would look to add another experienced hand to pair with his son. Reports suggest that Aston Martin could make Sainz their top priority to lead the project. We believe that the Aston Martin project should appeal to Sainz the most. Unlike a Red Bull seat, where he will play second fiddle, this project allows him to be the top driver. More so, judging by Alonso's incredible 2023, the team has proven they know how to make a championship car. The last proposition for Sainz has to be with Audi. The German automaker will be taking over the company from Sauber in 2026. A lot of things are going in his favor on this one. The CEO of Sauber worked with Sainz at McLaren when he was the team principal. He has always thought highly of him, and it was sad to see him leave for Ferrari. Also, Sauber reportedly does not want to continue with both Bottas and Zhou in the near future. With China opening up once more, it seems Zhou would be able to keep his seat due to the massive commercial benefits from China. The Chinese market is too huge for F1 to pass on, and the body will directly incentivize Sauber to hold on to the Chinese driver. At 34, Valtteri Bottas must know that his time in F1 is ending and must prove himself in 2024 if he wants to remain on the grid. Where do you think is the most likely destination for Sainz? Let us know in the comments. This is Front Lockout, signing off.